Hope you don't mind carrying me around like this.
You know I don't, Daniel.
Welcome back to the Titanium Hangar. This is Mike. Today I want to talk to you about the Robot Rose RT-01. It's a KO fourth party version of the official masterpiece Arcee from Takara, and I gotta say I'm happy with her. We're gonna tell you the good and the bad, the good, the bad, and the maybe ugly. I don't know. But if you already got the official, it's pretty much a knockoff. I did get this from Shozi. I'm gonna have a link down below where you can get yours. But let's take a look at this figure, and we'll show the improvements or the enhancements coming up. Alright, so here's the packaging. It's really not trying to look at all like Takara, and it's doing a good job of not looking like Takara. Simple, cheap, effective packaging. Alright, so here she is in her alt mode and with the new chest piece on. So there's a couple of things. First of all, if you just try to align it just right and have it all set up, it's going to have kind of a little bit of a gap in there. You could do a few things to make it look a little bit better with the new chest piece on, but then it kind of moves the head around and stuff in there. You can disengage it a little bit and slide it in, but I'm not a big fan of that. So anyway, it is best in the alt mode with the original chest piece on. But overall, the car mode still looks really good. It looks pretty much like you'd expect the Arcee car to look, and probably the best masterpiece alt mode out there so far. And yeah, I think I'm just gonna stick with that. I'm gonna stick with that so far. But yeah, looking pretty good. Let's kind of see how she looks with comparisons. First off, let's take a quick look at her next to the 30th anniversary Hasbro one, and when we kind of been through this before, I still like the design and look of that one, but I think this one is probably a little bit more accurate. Not really 100% sure, but this is the KO oversized one, so it fits as an alt mode for Masterpiece. Here she is with the Takara Hot Rod and X Transbots Cup version 2.0, and that works. All right, let's get into the transformation of her, because I think that's the most important part here. So we're gonna flip this up. All right, this is going to kind of slide back and then sit like so. Same thing on the other side. And okay, fold this over, slide that around, fold this tab here up, going to the back, folding this over like so, and getting it to sit sort of flush. All right, let's separate this back piece here, and then we can do a few things with it. Let's see, we're going to split all this good stuff here, fold this piece down, slide these up and around. There it goes. So we slid all the way up to fold over. Same thing over here. Just needs a little bit more. I want to pull that one up just off camera just to make sure I don't break anything. It does feel pretty solid, but I am always ultra scared I'm going to break something. Let's see, pull this around here. Let's see about, why is that falling behind there? And keep everything lined up. Slide this kind of over here. Get that as condensed down and straight as you can. Fold these into here. All right, so we kind of got that part of the backpack accomplished there. Let's see about getting these feet out of here and folding them around. And folding them around. remember something about this button, like is it like a release? Anyhow, it's got like a little button right here, which I always thought was odd. Kind of an odd design choice that they made for this figure. And we need to finish this upper body. Let's get her arms out of here. And nice butterfly joint that they've got engineered into there. All this, I'm going to kind of keep that a little bit to the wide section there. Then her head's going to sort of come down. And it's not exactly ready to plug into place just yet. We got a few more things that we have to do, of course. Coming right here to the back, we're going to kind of angle this to get it to go through here. There we go. And it's going to come up and sit like so. Making sure, I think, tucking these wheels back, and they even have a slot for them behind this windshield, is really how you're going to make everything fit. And down, this up. Into here. This to come down. So right here we have these two little white pieces, tab fillers, that need to go in so that we can clear it, so that this stuff here can all clear it. And I guess I got to keep this pink wheel wells, got to keep them just a little bit out so that everything goes down in this and clears. And I think I need to push the seats up. I think I don't have the seats pushed up quite right. Yeah, push the seats in right there. It's a small little thing that is going to help you get clearance when you're pushing all of this in. And so that's been a while, and I just thought I could go at it, and tried to. So as you just kind of keep compressing this backpack in here, making sure everything is put into place, and then make sure that these are pushed down far enough to close these pieces, and then we can get the chest into place, which I think is an extremely important part of the transformation. And it popped off. So it pops off way too easy, in my opinion. I do not like that about the new chest. The old one didn't really pop off because it's got a pin. So this new one, you can just pop it in and out, and with that, it makes it can pop off kind of easy. But come on. There, it's in place. So yes, the pin makes it a little bit more solid the way it transforms, but the popping in and out, I actually like it if you're going to swap chests. So, okay, so here she is in her robot mode. And I want to say a couple things. First off, like, it's been a while since I've done the transformation, obviously. And these side pieces here can kind of slide in and slide out. And so what really was getting me was getting those slid back in. Once it was all done, it just comes out as you're transforming it. But aside from the big bulky backpack, it does look semi-clean in the back, just like the official. And just kind of crazy from the side. And from the front, you can still see there's a backpack. But the bot itself looks so feminine and pretty awesome. So pretty good overall. With the accessories, same accessories that we got before. And it looks like she has a lot of paint. Like, I really didn't notice how much paint was on this in the car mode. But a lot of paint, just like the official. So it's pretty impressive, the amount of paint. Like almost every square inch of her is painted, which is awesome. It looks fantastic, especially in the bot mode. You really see it. It really does shine paint all over. Great looking face, great looking body of her, and looks good all over except the backpack. I still don't like it. Arcee is one of those characters that maybe even in masterpiece form we need just a robot that doesn't transform. And for those who say if it doesn't transform, it's not a transformer, well, Arcee is one that probably needs that. Anyway, looking at her, the thing that people want to know the most is the chest, and how does the chest look? And I think it looks light years better than it did before. And so with that, we'll get into the rest of the accessories here in just a bit, but I want to get right into comparing her to the original. So comparing her to the original overall, she does look very good. And yes, they did include some stickers for her. I'm not sure what I did with them. Also, we got the same stickers. So you can get an Autobot symbol on there if you want to. It's no problem. But look how much lower those drop down. And I guess it is for articulation purposes but just looking at the side angle, like this one does look so much better. Probably could tab that in a little bit more, but it does look much more perfectly contoured to match her and the way she should look. And I think they did a pretty good job fixing it. Just that one little piece would be nice if you could have just bought that piece and swapped it out. Then you have to pull that pin out of there, which can be a bit of a challenge, and then reinsert a pin, or it might just pop in, who knows, without a pin. It might work fine without the pin, obviously, but much improved design. And even if I didn't try it, but even if you just want to buy this, swap the part out. But I am starting to notice that it feels like some of the joints are tighter on this. Like, you hear that? And then I haven't messed around with the exact best pose for stability on her, but it's like softer ratchet in the original. So, I mean, everything's the same, and everything's ratchet is the same with ratchet and all that kind of stuff, but I think she might actually have better hardware overall. So, still, the original one's good, aside from the chest, but this one fixes the chest problem, so I guess that makes the KO better. Now, with some of these things, just like the original, you do have the face swap gimmick, which you can move her face to the back and put her... I'm not much for face swapping. I never really was. But then you can get out this visor. I got to start it with a tool off camera there, but... Did I get her head far enough back? Did I get it in the right slots? It's got to go into these rear slots here. I think I missed the slots. I'm not sure if the camera's going to pick it up. I have less lighting on her because she's white and a lot of white on her. That makes it too reflective and starts looking kind of odd, but I do like the visor look the best. And yes, you do get 4 more faces. And there are the other 4 faces. Does she have her O face? I think that's the O face. That's the happy face. That's, I don't know. But you do have all these other, everything else pretty much. We don't need to go into all that. Now she does have this other chest, which is augmentation chest, which I will not be using, but it just slides right in, and there it is, augmentation chest. You're the one that wanted me to get these things. These things, well, there it is, augmentation chest. I do like just the standard improved chest a lot better than this. For articulation, this is how I like to pose my RC, and part of it was to kind of hide the chest issue with the pose, which it did kind of work, but you can still sort of get the same pose with this new chest. So getting the official out of the way. So let's quickly look at articulation, and I didn't pop that chest all the way back in or something, and her head's not popped all the way back in. Okay, so head, up, down, all around. Pretty much anything that you could possibly imagine you would need. Self-inspection mode. And then we do have the butterfly of the shoulder coming out to about here. And then you could, 360, whatever, on the shoulder. Bicep, swivel, 90, the elbow, hand in and out. And individually articulated fingers is, was it 2 points of articulation per figure, something like that. Then you do have the waist ab crunch, which is a little bit of an ab crunch, and the waist swivel to a small degree. And then you have the legs that go all the way out, and maybe too far. They don't really go back, which is strange. I don't remember that, but I guess that's the thing. And they do go out, not too far out to the side. Now I'm wondering if we could. No, I'm not gonna flex that too much. We do have the thigh swivel and the 90 at the knee, and then we do have the rocker, extreme rocker on there, and front and back and all that kind of stuff. So she does have quite a bit of articulation, and I do feel like this one's tighter than the official. All right, for comparisons, here she is next to her older, less attractive sister. We call that Fans Toys. Here she is next to her equally platonic friends. This is the Fans Toys Mirage and the Transform Element Mirage. She is taller than the Carbots, which in my mind, Carbots are too small. Well, too short. And we have the Fans Toys Hot Rod, which I never pulled any of his guns out. I just have them straight up. And this is the X-Transbots 1.0 version of their cup. And yes, Cup he does have a prescription for what he's using. It's funny these days, I just look around what's laying around the review space, and there's the Fans Toys version of Springer because I've got the X transbots in the display, and then this is the KO of the MP44, and they tower over her. I mean, I that's where I kind of think the height is a little bit better on, well, the Fans Toys. That's not the Fans Toys. Fans Toys one, and then I also like the Toy World height. I think the height's better on those. Tell you the truth. So what do I think about this KO Arcee from Robot Rose? I think that she's a fantastic figure, actually. And that I liked the official, but I like this one more because the chest upgrade, and it does seem like the hardware is a little bit better. I don't know if they tightened it up on purpose, or it's just the way it happened, or just I've used mine so much they've worn out just a little bit, some of the ratchets. But I do feel like it's better than the official. Not light years better, but the chest is better. You could probably pop the pin out and insert one of the extra chests in the official too. I don't know. Haven't tried that. But with this, I do think it's a great figure. You can get yours at Show Z. I did get this at Show Z. You can get yours there too until they sell out. Of course, I'll have a link down below where you can get yours. Like and subscribe, and Tidy Air Hanger out.
Sure, Arcee will take good care of you.
It's weird. I feel like we're a part of each other now.
I know. I feel it too.